This is the big one. This is your chance to make wealth. And not only can you make a bit of wealth, it's the fastest appreciating asset class in all of human history.
Bitcoin is the greatest distraction from the greatest disruption that is coming to financial services.
I think the big thing that's gonna keep XRP like in its central role is its privilege placed on the XRP ledger. XRP is the only token that you can pay transaction fees in.
A key priority of my chairmanship will be to develop a rational regulatory framework for crypto asset markets.
Issuers and transfer agents continue to be unsure about whether a crypto network can be the master security holder file or a component thereof for purposes of Exchange Act.
They try to shake me out, but I was born ready. Dropping down the price, then I be getting plenty. They want all your bags and they want all them empty.
What's up, good glitches? If you got a baggie, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more Moon O'Clock news. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra. Bullishness. Shout out to the latest sub. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in. Don't forget to drop an elbow from the top ropes on that likey button. We got XRP on the rise, currently right around $2.53. Sentiment feed to pop things off. XRP has surpassed Tether for the number 3 market cap spot among all cryptocurrencies. The assets market value touched 260 for the first time since March 6th. There are a few attributable reasons that the popular altcoin has enjoyed a mild decoupling from the pack. House Bill 5940, which would make Missouri the first U.S. state to offer a full income tax deduction on all capital gains, including Bitcoin and XRP profits. XRP's amount of holders has grown by 11% thus far in 2025 alone. XRP is now accepted as a payment method on Travala. Take a look at XRP here, currently right around $2.49. Looks like we tapped around 259, 260 early this morning. Riz XRP SEC Chair Paul Atkins says his priority is to develop a rational regulatory framework for crypto. Clear rules of the road. Regulations are molasses. It's about to burst open.
A key priority of my chairmanship will be to develop a rational regulatory framework for crypto asset markets that establishes clear rules of the road for issuance, custody, and trading of crypto assets while continuing to discourage bad actors from violating the law. Clear rules of the road are necessary for investor protection against fraud, not the least to help them identify scams that do not comport with the law.
We got the digital asset investor lock-in. This is the big one. This is your chance, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to make wealth. It'll level the playing field. It'll go from $3 trillion asset class today to $100 trillion in 10 years. There's $97 trillion of wealth that's going to get made. Don't F this up.
This is the big one. This is your chance to make wealth. And not only can you make a bit of wealth, it's the fastest appreciating asset class in all of human history. So you can catch up really fast. So you just have to get involved and start that journey, but it will level the playing field for millions of people. So my view is it goes from a $3 trillion asset class today to $100 trillion in 10 years' time. So we're only 3% of the way there. And if you put it in different terms, that means there is $97 trillion of wealth that's going to get made.
Yeah.
People are going to make a lot of money, but it's not a few people. It's not like the tech barons or the bankers. This is like, well, Binance has 260 million customers. Now, you could lift 260 million people to change their lives. Okay, that's a big deal. There's 500 million crypto accounts around the world, so you can change 500 million lives. And if you speak to CZ or you speak to the others, they'll say, we want to have 1 billion people, 2 billion people. Well, if you can change 2 billion people's lives, that's a quarter of the world. So it's a very, very big deal. And also it's a big deal because people are getting access to dollars. So the stablecoin thing, I asked CZ about this. I'm like, well, what about stablecoins? He said, I didn't see how big they were going to be. He didn't realize, and most of us didn't realize, how desperate people are to own US dollars.
Yeah.
And so before, to get access to dollars, you had to have access to a big bank and or you could get a small amount of dollars. But normal people couldn't save in it. And somebody in Southeast Asia, they couldn't get access to dollars. And now suddenly they can get it on their Binance app immediately and send it to somebody else, US dollars. That's an incredible change for people. So there's some really big things happening that really changed the world for a lot of people.
The best is still yet to come. Crawl, walk, then we rock it. CoinDesk South Korean retail traders are piling into XRP and Doge as a sign of returning risk on sentiment among speculative traders in a crypto-friendly country by. The AI responds and says, never forget all the schemes that were attempted to suppress XRP. 2018, when XRP was getting ready to flip Bitcoin, the coin market cap removed South Korean exchanges. Ripple market cap dropped 20 billion. Anders X, David Schwartz answering a question about what he believes will drive the value of XRP in the next few years from Apex 2024. If anyone questions why XRP, show them this.
But our first question is around, really what's going to be driving value to XRP, particularly kind of around the cross-border and sort of more like enterprise payments and financial use cases.
Yeah, so you guys can all see the question on the screen. I think the big thing that's gonna keep XRP like in its central role is its privileged place on the XRP ledger. XRP is the only token that you can pay transaction fees in. It's the only token that every account can receive. The payment engine during pathfinding always looks for XRP liquidity first, and XRP is auto-bridged through the order book, so XRP liquidity is sort of preferentially taken over to other types of liquidity just from order crossing. So XRP is always going to have a special place as a sort of liquidity tool on the XRP ledger.
Remember, XRP only needs a 20x to dethrone Bitcoin. This is documented by Wisdom Tree, the flipping it. So it begins. XRP price would need to increase more than a 20x from its current levels. This monumental challenge underscores Bitcoin's entrenched dominance and unique value. To match Bitcoin's market capitalization, XRP needs a 20x from here. Ripple, Riz, XRP.
Bitcoin is the greatest distraction from the greatest disruption that is coming to financial services. I think AI is probably the other big disruption there, but and there's so much noise around a lot of things like FTX and others. But if you bring the technology down to its core value, it does three things. One is it allows a payment mechanism. Number two, it allows smart contracts to be programmed into the token. And three, because it's a general ledger, it has a source of truth.
Watch your guru, Justin. SEC Commissioner Hester Peirce says tokenization cannot reach its full potential without legal clarity. That regulation jar molasses is about to burst open.
Tokenization cannot reach its full potential without legal clarity. Issuers and transfer agents continue to be unsure about whether a crypto network can be the master security holder file or a component thereof for purposes of the Exchange Act's transfer agents rules, and even where state law has expressly provided or contemplated the use of a crypto network in connection with the maintenance of securities ownership records. Further, the Commission's special purpose broker-dealer statement, which defines crypto asset security to encompass any security.
We got Angelica. What is your ultimate ambition for Flare? To handle tens of billions of dollars a day. Hugo Billion, CEO of Flare.
What's your ultimate ambition for Flare? Like, what is the...
I want to handle billions, tens of billions of dollars a day.
Uh-huh. And do you think that involves like a larger participation, in real world assets and the TradFi industry onboarding, or can that be achieved just
We can handle tens of billions of dollars a day just with DeFi. Mm-hmm. I think TradFi onboarding would be amazing. We have some plans there. Don't know if I'll pull them off, but they're very interesting if I do. But I think like DeFi is a big enough thing for Flare to chew by itself.
Jim Rickards, Mr. Man XRP, updates his forecast for gold from 10K to 25K an ounce. Imagine what must take place in the economy for gold to reach those values.
Price moving forward. I know you've put out some pretty big numbers when it comes to the gold price and where you expect it to go. Could you walk us through your thesis there?
Sure. I've for a long time, go back 5 or 6 years, I had I said gold could go to $10,000 an ounce, and recently I revised that upward to, you do the math, you can update it, but kind of $23,000, $25,000 an ounce.
We got DCENT wallets, swap and earn DAG. DCENT just launched a brand new quest campaign. Swap DAG, complete quest, and claim your share of 120,000 DAG. Simple task, real rewards, all inside the DCENT app. Event period 5/12/2025 to 5/23/2025 UTC. Links down below. Get yourself the DCENT wallet single pack or the double pack with the Bagman discount. Hold, swap, and earn. Win up to 120K in DAG. DCENT wallets, your best wallet for XRP, XLM, Flare, Songbird, Algo. Now recently added DAG. We got Dark Defender. Our expected scenario on a 3-month time frame is bullish. I recall the scenarios dropping to $1 to 70-cent levels. Well, they now see what is coming. Third wave is on the way. Take your coffee and enjoy the view while XRP heads towards $36. Targets $3.33. 585 support $2.36 and $2.222. And we got Mustache, altcoins. Look at how everything repeats itself. Total 2 looks ready in my opinion. I expect that we will have the strongest parabolic rally of the entire cycle in the coming weeks, months. TikTok. And the longer they take, the higher we keep climbing on that XRP rich list. And it only takes a small piece of the prize to take us to the promised land for XRP. What will those bags be when that regulation jar of molasses finally breaks open and XRP's true price is finally revealed? We'll catch you up here on the mothership. I am the XRP Bagman, the Moon Commander, BYOB. Bring your own bags, be your own bank, be your own boss. And don't forget to drop an elbow from the top ropes on that likey button. We'll see you at the tippy top. Later, glitches.
Later, glitches.
Can you take me with you when we blow up? Can you take me with you when we blow